why did you say yes? You want to marry this man, yes or no? What do you mean? Oh, I'm going to give you the opportunity to answer first. In the beginning I thought we were going to work for sure, and at the end I'm glad that they did, even though in the middle I wasn't too sure. Umashi, because why did Bliss say yes to this guy? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you liked and decided to stay by hitting the subscribe button. If this is not your first time, welcome back. You know what's going on today. It is what I am watching, and what I'm watching once again is Love is Blind. We are at the finale. If you watched the last video, you would know where we left off. Chelsea just said yes and Kwame hasn't said no. I was hoping he would say no, but then we come into this new episode and he says yes, and I'm like, what are you doing, dude? What is going on? Why did you say yes? I would say that I think he's a wuss for saying yes because I don't think he's ready. Like I said in my last video, I feel like she's very controlling. I think he seems very trapped, and I think he's just adjusting because he just doesn't want to look like the bad person. I had hoped that he wouldn't adjust all the way to the altar, but then again, like I say about all these things, there's a way that they cut these things that makes it seem a certain way. So I feel like maybe I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe he said yes because they did have some special moments together. Maybe they did have a connection that we couldn't see because the producers did not show us that part of their relationship. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because at the end of the day, it's TV. Maybe there's something that I'm not seeing, but honestly, I'll be surprised if this will last. We're still waiting for the reunion. It was meant to happen yesterday, but it got cancelled. But let's see how the reunion goes. I don't know if they're still happy. I don't know if they're still together. Even if they appear happy, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know about these ones. I was very shocked that he said yes. I'm not shocked she said yes. I'm shocked that he said yes. But hey, let's see. When she met his sister, they seemed very, teary and, chummy together. So maybe there is something there. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how his mom feels about it now. I don't know if she ever heard about it because that phone call that was made, I don't know. But yeah, he said yes. I really was surprised, but let's see how they actually do in real life. Next up, we have Micah and Paul. What surprised me about this? Okay, so in my last video, I had said that I think that they would both settle for each other, but I think that where I was thrown off is I didn't expect Paul to be the kind of person to stand up for himself. Honestly, I thought he was a pushover. And yeah, that was a pleasant surprise. I think that they would have settled for each other if Paul was more of a pushover, which I thought he was. I thought he was like more, laid back and couldn't stand up for himself and was just, happy to be with Micah. But it turns out that he actually cares about being loved back by somebody. So what happened is Micah was asked first, would you like to marry this man? Or I don't know how it goes. Do you take this man to be your husband or whatever? And Micah goes, for the sake of our relationship or something along those lines, I would like to give you the opportunity to answer first. And that is such a Micah move because even from the pods, she was so in control of everything. She wants to be sure that you are committed to the relationship before she says yes, which is stupid because if you love somebody and you want to marry them, you would say yes, and if they say no, then fine, you say no, but you gave it your all. When they were in the pods, she made sure that Paul was going to be with her before she cut it off with Kwame. Even when like Paul was going to break it off with Amber, what's her name, Amber? She was like, why is it taking him so long? What's going on? She was panicking because she didn't want to be the one, dumped. So basically, she gave him the opportunity to say no or yes first, and he said no, and then she runs off. And I'm like, yeah, what the hell do you think is going on here? Like, they asked you a question, do you want to marry this man, yes or no? What do you mean? Oh, I'm going to give you the opportunity to answer first. So yeah, that was trash of her. And then she's all, acting all, oh, I'm hurt, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't care. I'm actually just pleasantly surprised that Paul actually has a backbone and would stand up for himself and not want less for himself. So those two said no to each other, or at least he said no to her. But I do think that she would have said yes if he had said yes, because she wants someone that is there to cater to her every need, answer to her every whim, and just, love her more than she loves them. So yeah, but he said no. And yeah, that's that. Honestly, with friends like Shelby, like that is enough to tell you the kind of person that you are. Like, yeah, she's just as bad as Shelby. Can you imagine at the end of the wedding, like when she ran out, Shelby was laughing and saying like, this is exactly how I wanted it to turn out. Like, what kind of friends do you have? So that is just, yeah, that's just a hot mess. And I'm glad that Paul escaped that. On to the next one. Brett and Tiffany. Brett and Tiffany, this is the one that actually I'm glad it turned out the way it did, because honestly, like I said in my last video, I was protecting myself because I've been hurt before by these producers. So I was thinking about all the possible ways that the producers were like, you know, trying to make us think it would go a certain way when it actually would go. But honestly, it went very well. They both went in very sure. She was like, you know, if he says no, I don't know what I'm going to do, he's like, I'm very sure this is the woman for me. He met her dad. That was a nice moment. There was a part where he was complaining about his clothes, and that's what they used in the last trailer to, like, he was like, this should not happen, and obviously they were trying to make us feel like they were not going to go through with it. So that went well. There was a little moment where he met with Marshall, and yeah, it seems like they made a nice friendship there, so that was cute. So I am very happy that they ended up together. Everything seemed to work out fantastically for them. They do seem in love. This is one couple that from the beginning, I thought were going to work for sure, and at the end I'm glad that they did, even though in the middle I wasn't too sure. And lastly, we have Zach and Bliss. Umashi, because why did Bliss say yes to this guy? This guy still gives me the creeps. Clearly there's something in him that she sees, and maybe once again, without the cameras, they share like special moments that nobody else knows about, and they are like soulmates or whatever. But honestly, I don't think that this guy is for her. I don't think this guy will give her what she wants, what she deserves. I really do hope that she's not just settling because she's so desperate to be married. I don't know. At the end of the day, time will tell. Her dad was like, last minute, her dad was trying to convince her not to say yes. He was saying everything like, I know you're old enough to make your own decisions, but I hope you're doing the right thing. And I was with him. I was like, Bliss, please do not say yes to this guy. I really do think she's settling. I don't think this guy can give her what she wants. So I wish her all the best, and I wonder how they're doing now. So on to the reunion, which is not out yet. I had hoped that the reunion would have been out by now, so I would have done a review on the finale and the reunion together, but I couldn't wait. I just had to talk about this quickly. Obviously, I'll be back when the reunion drops. First of all, I can't wait to see where all of them are right now, how they're doing, and I'm obviously going to be reading the body language, because I don't care what you tell me. Yeah, for all I know, Kwame has moved back to his house and they've been living apart this whole time, and then they come back for the reunion. So yeah, let's see how they actually are doing. So that's it, guys. It's going to be a short video today because there's only one episode to talk about, and yeah, I would really like to hear what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think of the finale? Were you happy with the way they ended? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again at the reunion, or well, after the reunion has aired, I will let you know what my thoughts are about that as well. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.